હાય, હું છું આકાશ ઝાલા. તમે મને જી, હેલારો, અફરાતફરી, ગુજ્જુભાઈ ધ ગ્રેટ જેવી ઘણી બધી ફિલ્મોમાં અભિનય કરતા જોયો હશે અને તમને બહુ જ ખૂબ હસાયા છે, ક્યાંક રડાયા છે અને ક્યાંક બીવડાયા છે. તો આજે હું તમારી જોડે વાત કરવા આવ્યો છું આરાધ્ય ક્લાસીસની. આરાધ્ય ક્લાસીસ એક એવું પ્લેટફોર્મ છે જ્યાં એક જ પ્લેટફોર્મની નીચે બોર્ડ, ગુજકેટ, JEE અને નીટ નામની એક્ઝામની તૈયારીઓ બહુ સુંદર રીતે કરવામાં આવે છે. અને આ ક્લાસીસ સાથે મારા બહુ જ અંગત મિત્ર અલ્કેશ બારોટ જોડાયેલા છે. તો એમને ખૂબ જ શુભકામનાઓ અને હું તમને બધાને બહુ જ વિનંતી કરું છું કે પ્લીઝ જોઈન આરાધ્ય ક્લાસીસ.
Good morning, students. Once again, a very hearty welcome to the English world of Aradhya. I am Rashmin sir, imparting the knowledge of English to the students of 9th to 12th standard in English medium. Students, today we will learn your fourth poem. The title of the poem is Amanda, written by Robin Klein. See, students, this is a very meaningful poem because no parents will wish anything ill of their own children. All the parents, even when you become parents, you will like your children to grow in a particular way, the accepted way of the society. You don't want your children to become a bully, you don't want your children to become a smuggler or any such person. Instead, you want your children to study well and become a sophisticated person in the society. Okay, well-said person in the society. So here, that sort of tussle is there between mother and her daughter. Her daughter's name is only Amanda. And mother has seen a lot of life. Mother has got plenty of experience of the society. And she knows how the society expects, especially the girls, daughters, to behave. And that's why mother goes on giving her instruction for everything. On the other hand, Amanda feels that her freedom is attacked. She is not allowed to live freely. And that's why she doesn't pay any attention to the instructions given by the mother. On the contrary, she loves to remain in her own world, her own fanciful world. Okay, where she imagines herself to be a mermaid, she imagines herself to be an orphan, she imagines herself to be Rapunzel. Again, when we come to that particular topic, I'll tell you the story of Rapunzel. But students, all these three particular persons she imagines herself to be, because she wants to be away from all these instructions. She doesn't want any sort of disturbance in her life. She wants to lead her life as she wishes. Now nobody can lead her life or his life as he or she wishes, because they have to go according to the societal norms. When we live in the society, we have to follow certain norms. Okay, under the right to freedom also, student, it is said that we have to enjoy our freedom with certain limitations. If a layman says that I am free, I can walk anywhere on the road, the person who is driving the car, he can also say, I have a car, I have a right to drive the car anywhere on the road I wish. So that will create what? That will create an accident. That fellow is also not obeying the rule. Here this car person also, driver also is not following the rule. Okay, so we have to enjoy our freedom with certain limitations. But here Amanda seems to have failed to understand all this, because she is still a small girl. Okay, and mother knows much more about the society. Mother knows how the society will like every daughter to grow up. Okay, so that's why at certain age, students, it is advisable that you follow the instructions given to you by your parents, your teachers, your elders. Then you will grow up to be a very disciplined person. Understood? We'll read the poem so that you can understand it in a better way. I'll just read out the poem. Amanda, every child feels that he or she is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or another. Okay, by the parents at home, by the teachers in school, by some other elder people at the public places. Okay, you too may feel that your freedom is curtailed. तुम लोगों को शायद ऐसा लगता होगा, पापा ये नहीं करने देते, मम्मी ये नहीं करने देती, बराबर. पर उसके लिए कुछ वजह है स्टूडेंट्स. ओके, Write down some of the things you want to do, but your parents, elders do not allow you to. You can do this exercise secretly also. If this thing I want to do, but my father doesn't allow me, or my mother doesn't allow me. You write down somewhere and keep it with you, preserve it for about 10 years, 20 years, and then when you become parents, just look at that thing. Now, will you allow your children to go for such things? So as you will not allow your children to go for those things in future, right now, your parents are also doing the same thing. Understood? To read the poem aloud, but your parents, elders do not allow you to read the poem aloud form pairs, each reading alternate stanzas. You are in for a surprise, students. So I'll read out the poem for you. Here in online classes, this is not possible, so I'll read out the poem. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid, drifting blissfully. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think I nagged at you, Amanda. Robin Klein. So students, here the poem gets over. If you have heard it carefully, in certain stanzas I was raising my voice. So those were the instructions given by Amanda's mother to Amanda. Okay, and where I softened my sound, those were the stanzas where Amanda was just imagining herself to be. Okay, now let's see the line-wise explanation of this poem. So in the first line only, most of the lines are imperative sentences, students. Okay, certain instructions are given to Amanda by her mother. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. First line, it's crystal clear, nothing to explain. It means Amanda is biting her nails very often. Okay, so it is not considered a good gesture. That's why mother is telling her to stop it. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Hunch, bend. Okay, so at the greater age, she might grow up with a hump on her back. That's why mother says that don't hunch, don't bend your shoulder. Understood? Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. Slouching means drooping. Okay. So don't droop so much, don't slouch so much. Sit straight, sit erect. So certain posture also are just given to her by her mother. You must sit in this posture only. Okay. Now there is a languid emerald sea. Languid means relaxed. Okay, and emerald means bright gem. It's called emerald. Okay, so emerald, bright green sea is there where the sole inhabitant is me. Where the only liver, inhabitant means the dweller. वहाँ रहने वाला सिर्फ एक ही है और वो मैं हूँ. Who thinks so? Amanda thinks that. Okay, a mermaid, and who's that sole inhabitant? Who's that dweller? Is Amanda, but Amanda in the form of a mermaid. And what is a mermaid? Mermaid means a woman having the half body of fish and half body of lady. So that is called Jalpari also. Understood? So drifting blissfully. Drifting blissfully means moving very happily. Bliss means happy, happiness. So blissfully means moving very happily, because here there is no one to disturb her. Now she only imagines herself over here as a mermaid. And she says that in that vast emerald sea, in the vast green sea, she is the only dweller. Since nobody is around, nobody is going to disturb her. And she can enjoy her freedom. She can move blissfully, happily wherever she wants. Understood? So that is the mentality of Amanda. And at home, her mother just goes on giving her different instructions. Okay, third stanza. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? So again, mother is reminding her duties. कि homework तुम्हें करना होता है. Then teachers will write a note and I'll have to sign in that. So better if you have not completed, you complete it. Did you tidy your room? In your room, you see things are just fallen here and there. So did you keep them at proper places, tidy? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Okay. So again, students, here she is reminded about cleaning her shoes. I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Okay. So mother is giving her so many instructions, so it is possible that mother also has forgotten whether she has told her to clean her shoes or not. So again she says this. I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Okay, now these are again the imaginations of Amanda. First time she imagined herself to be a mermaid. And now she imagines herself to be an orphan. Orphan means the children without parents. Okay, the children who don't have the protection of the parents. Those children are called orphans. अनाथ बच्चे. तो ये अपने आप को orphan मानती है. ओके, क्यों orphan मानती है? कि पेरेंट्स नहीं होंगे तो कोई मुझे डिस्टर्ब कैसे करेगा? कोई मुझे ये इंस्ट्रक्शन कैसे देगा? So that's why she considers herself to be an orphan. Okay, roaming the street. Roaming the street means she can move into the street at her own will, whenever she wishes. There is no one to stop her. Okay, so that's why she considers herself to be an orphan. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. Even she plays in the dust. Even she makes different designs with her hushed means silent bare feet. Open feet without slippers, then also nobody is there to tell her anything. Understood? So that sort of freedom she wants, and that's why she considers herself to be an orphan. Okay, the silence is golden. So here she finds all around her in this particular state of orphan only silence around her, and that's why she says that this silence is what? Golden. This silence has the value of gold. Okay, I am not disturbed by anyone, and I experience silence all around me. The sea also, you see, there will be a sort of silence all around because no one is around. Okay, and the freedom is sweet. So here she enjoys this freedom. Okay, she is ready to become an orphan from her this dream or from her thinking only. We can say that she is ready to become an orphan. Okay, even though she doesn't have parents, because she wants to enjoy her freedom. To enjoy her freedom, she is also ready to become an orphan. Understood? So that is what told over here, and that's why she says that this freedom is sweet. Okay, at her state we can understand that okay, that freedom may be sweet. But as she grows up, remember, Amanda is a girl. As she grows up, she will require the protection of parents. Understood? Otherwise, many boys or the elderly people might arrest her. So she may not stand that sort of harassment. And that's why, being a girl, she needs the protection of the parents. But she doesn't want them to interfere. She doesn't want any sort of disturbance in her life by her mother or her father, and that's why she is ready to become an orphan. Okay. Okay, then don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Acne means a pimple. So maybe I don't know much, but people say that when you eat too much sweet things, it might come out in any form on your skin. So pimples may be occurring due to eating too much chocolate. So mother is stopping her. If you eat too much chocolate, then what will happen? Those pimples will come out on your face. Okay, that would create problems at the greater age. Okay, when we talk about your marriage and the life before that, after that. You see, if you have too many peoples, the boys also may not like you, so your marriage may not take place, or it may have many troubles in between. Okay, that's why mother is right over here when she says, don't eat that chocolate. Okay, will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? But up till now, what we have seen, when mother is saying something, Amanda just loves to go into her fancy world. So when mother is saying her to not to eat chocolate, that time also Amanda is not paying attention, it seems. And that's why mother in the last line says that, will you pay attention to me when I am talking to you? Okay, so parents must be obeyed, parents must be followed by the children. But normally children also want their freedom. So that's why this clash takes place. So Amanda does not listen to her mother. From this stanza we can say. Okay, next stanza is what? I am Rapunzel, I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. Okay, so students, here you see, this Rapunzel was one princess. And she was very beautiful, she had very long hair. And she was once taken away by one wizard, and she was kept in one lonely tower. So Rapunzel was very much sad over there, and she constantly felt that somebody could come and just get rid of this situation. And then finally one prince comes over there, and prince just sees her from the ground, and she's there on the tower. So what she does is she just drops down her hair. So the prince takes the support of that hair and climbs on the fort, on that tower, and then just helps her to get rid of this situation, get rid of the clutch of the wizard. And then Rapunzel is safely taken away by the prince. So here Amanda also just imagines herself to be Rapunzel. But what is the difference over here? There a prince comes to Rapunzel's rescue. But here she feels that no, let me be a Rapunzel only, and I will not drop down my hair. If I drop down my hair, then somebody will come to my rescue, and I don't want anybody to come in my life. I don't want anybody's disturbance in my life. So though Rapunzel dropped down her hair, I will not drop down my hair. Understood? That's what she imagines over here to be. Because there she feels that life is carefree. There nobody is there to tell her anything again. I am Rapunzel, I have not a care. Okay, in that lonely tower you see, there is no one to trouble her, there is no one to disturb her. That's why she considers herself to be Rapunzel. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. Life in a tower is how very peaceful. Nobody is there to disturb. And this sort of life you will rarely get. All the time, wherever you go, there will be many people to disturb you. Okay, even though when you are in your own house, the neighbor might put on the television or some other sound very powerful. So that sound is disturbing you. Understood? I will certainly never let down my bright hair, because she doesn't want anybody to come to her. As the prince in the original story, prince went to Rapunzel through her hair only. So that's why she says that I won't let down my hair. If I let down, somebody might come, but I don't want anybody to come. Okay, stop that sulking at once, Amanda. Last stanza says that Amanda is very much disturbed. Okay, and she is now sullening. Sulking means that, sullening. Okay, so that's why another says that stop that sulking now. कि ये मुंह बनाना छोड़ दो. You are always so moody, Amanda. So whenever I tell you something, you are just found in your own mood. So you are very moody. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Okay, if other people notice, then people will think that I only nagged at you, means I only harassed you. I have not harassed you. I am just trying to help you to grow up as a good girl. But when you don't pay any attention, when you sullen, okay, when you just show this sort of nature, then anybody will think that I harassed you. In reality, I have not done anything to you. I am just trying to help you to grow up as a good girl. Okay, so from my point of view, mother is doing nothing wrong over here. Understood? But Amanda feels that mother is constantly disturbing her. Mother is attacking her freedom. And that's why Amanda loves to be all those people in her imagination also. Okay, students, so I think you have understood the poem. Next time when we meet in my next video, we will talk about the question answers and the figures of speech of the same poem. Okay, till that time, stay fit, stay fun, and have a good day. Thank you.
હેલો, મારું નામ છે મયુર ચૌહાણ. તમે મને છેલ્લો દિવસ અને કરસનદાસ પેઇન્ડ્યુઝ જેવી ગુજરાતી ફિલ્મમાં અભિનય કરતા જોયો હશે. અત્યારે વાત કરવી છે આરાધ્યા ક્લાસીસની, જ્યાં બોર્ડ, ગુજકેટ, JEE અને નીટ જેવી એક્ઝામની તૈયારીઓ એક જ જગ્યા પર થાય છે. અને આરાધ્યા ક્લાસીસ સાથે મારા મિત્ર છે અલ્કેશ બારોટ, એ જોડાયેલા છે. તો એમને ખૂબ ખૂબ શુભકામનાઓ અને જોઈન આરાધ્યા ક્લાસીસ. થેન્ક યુ.